guys. Welcome back to Hospitality Queens podcast with your favorite two hospitality gurus. I'm Erin,
What up? It's Whitney.
and welcome back to another episode. How you doing?
Well, welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome
Welcome
back.
back. Oh, that was a jam. That was a jam. Don't you just love when you just hear like old songs like that? That just made me happy. Cheers to
Yeah. Cheers to that. And cheers to y'all. Thanks for rocking with us. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment, share with everybody, your coworkers, your granny, your mama, your best friend, everybody.
Yes, please share. Make sure you guys are tapping into each week's episode. And if you have some feedback or want to hear more things or whatever that may be, make sure you slide in DMs or hit us up on our email, heyhqs@gmail.
Period.
Period. Okay, we're going to take a cheers to y'all. As y'all know, we do like a good drink. Sometimes we do other things, but today we're having a cocktail that we made for you guys, a sangria. Me and Whitney both made sangrias our own type of way with what we had in the house. So
Hmm.
it's really cool, like when you have stuff in the house and you don't really know what to do with it, and you don't want to spend any more money. So like, how can you make that happen and do what it do? So I had a good old Trader Joe's wine. It was a Zinfandel called Old Moon. Cost me like probably like $5. And all of me some Trader Joe wines. And I just added, I did it probably like a 8 ounce to 10 ounce pour on that. So technically like a glass and a half to 2 glasses, if you guys are
Hmm.
just kind of thinking for measurement. And then I did about a cup of OJ and a cup of grapefruit, and I squeezed some lime in there. And I just shook it up just to give it that good old mix or whatever. And
Hmm.
then I put the end of a pineapple peel with some blueberries on top. And that was that.
Come on, Blueberry. Okay. Oh, do you have a name for it?
I'm
You
gonna just
think?
call it the Old Moon Sangria.
Okay. Oh, Moon.
Y'all better come on.
The OM Sangria, period.
Period.
Okay, so mine, ooh, it's a little dangerous in here. So I got, I got like gifted some Sauvignon Blanc. I think it's by Josh. So
Okay.
it's been in there for a minute. And so I used that. I actually put a splash of rosé in here too. It was like the end of a bottle. I believe that was by Josh as well. No, that's by Dark Horse. Dark Horse Rosé. I just finished the bottle, honestly. It was just like a little swallow in there. And then I want to say, y'all, this is a Liddy Sangria. I even put a little shot of tequila in here.
Okay, I like it.
And then I have frozen mixed berries. So there's just frozen mixed berries from Walmart, y'all. Don't be gotta be fancy. And then I put in a mango pineapple juice in here as well.
Yum. Sounds good.
Yeah. So give it a stir. And that's what I like about using frozen fruit is that it keeps it cool.
That is true. I like that. I didn't think about that.
Yeah. So, then after you got a little treat, it's been sitting in all the goodness, and then you can eat the fruit.
And
Another
you in that
little
thing.
pick me up. So,
And you in that
cheers to
thing.
sangria. And I love it because you can literally just put everything you have in your fridge in the sangria. It's literally like the easiest thing you can make.
Seriously,
And you can
guys.
make it in a big batch. So if you got a girls' night, game night, put all of it in a pitcher, and people can serve like pour what they want, and they can still add to it. You can still build on it. That's what I love about sangria. You can literally put anything you want in here.
Facts. Big facts. And that's the best part about like a sangria. Like you literally it's kind of like a charcuterie. Very similar. You can just add
Hmm.
whatever you want, you guys. Like when you're making a cocktail, get creative, have
Yeah,
fun with it. Don't be like, throw a little
yeah,
extra on there, sprinkle a
yeah.
little, dazzle a little. It's all gonna do what it needs to be done.
Period.
Period. So what you gonna name yours?
Oh, I don't know. I feel like it's because it's a litty one. Maybe it's just a litty
The
sangria.
Liddy Sangria. I like that.
Yeah,
I like that.
because there's a lot
Okay.
going on. Oh, and also it's about to be a lit episode. Our engineer Dash says he loves when we drink wine because we just be extra. But Mondays are my like day off, and I love Mondays because we do the podcast. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to add a little extra. So I have my CBD gummies from Mr. CBD.
Ooh.
Had a few of those before the show. So they're going to kick in. So be ready.
Hey, I'm here for the readiness, okay?
And make
I'm
sure
here for the
y'all hit
readiness.
up Mr. CBD on Instagram. They ship. If you're in Charleston, go to the store, or you can still order it online and ship it to your house or do a pickup. But they have the best CBD products. I love it. I get this from my
Mm,
grandma, my whole family. I'm always giving away CBD gummies from them for people to try. It's like a thing.
I
So
love it. Shout outs
yeah,
to the
I love
CBD
that.
gummies. I'm here
Yeah,
for it.
they're amazing.
I love it. Speaking of shout outs to Shop 2230. We are rocking some very festive shirts by them today. And I'm feeling like I need a beach. I'm just feeling like the beach is calling me. I don't live a place with a beach. Whitney got the beach. I need a beach. This shirt is giving beach. And if y'all can't see, because you ain't on YouTube, but you better check it out. Okay? Because it's
We're
cute.
twinsies again, two
We're
weeks in a
twinsies.
row.
How y'all liking it? I need to know. Is y'all liking the outfits that we coming together or whatever? We're trying to support local businesses in our shows as well. So if you got a brand, you doing a little something, something. Hey, it ain't nothing to it but to do it and connect. So you know where to find us. But how y'all feeling with the outfits or whatever? We both did the red under top, and no, we did not coordinate that though. That just happened because when you're in sync with your friend type shit.
Period. But yeah, Shop 2230. This is actually one of my favorite shirts. And Erin was like, oh, let's wear this. So I was like, bet, say less. Because you can wear it so many different ways. And it's literally you can wear it to the beach with a bathing suit top under it as a cover up, to be honest, and have some little shorts on your way.
Mm-hmm.
It's a whole thing. So it's very
Mm-hmm.
versatile. And I really love this shirt because honestly, I feel like a man could wear it too.
Period.
If
Okay.
like that's your style, if you're like,
Mm-hmm.
not like I gotta wear this, that, a man could wear it, could rock this
Yeah, for
easily. And
sure.
they're kind of oversized. So a large could fit well on a male of a certain size stature. It could be cute. So
Mm-hmm.
you could get one,
Yes.
your boo could wear it one day, you can have a matching ones, whatever. So
Twinkies.
shop 2230 on Instagram and on Facebook, shop 22 or 2230.online to shop online.
Hey, so y'all do it. Lock in with Whitney because she got some good finds, y'all. Okay. Um, and that's on period. So cheers to y'all. Sangrias and
CBD gummies.
nice CBD gummies and beach shirts. Okay.
Yes, 'tis the season.
What is life? Okay, thank you.
What
Life
is
is passing by. I feel like next week is like the last week of July. What the heck? Okay.
it?
I can't even. I can't even.
Oh
Can't
my
even.
God. I saw something. I was watching something. Oh, Lizzo had an interview on the Breakfast Club. I don't know if you saw it,
Mm-mm.
but she said that Virgos don't curse well. And I was like, damn, that's so weird. And she kept saying it. And I was like, that reminds me of Erin. Because sometimes on the show, you get really funny about cursing, and I don't get it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, Virgos are funny about cursing.
Yeah.
So weird. A fun fact.
It is a fun fact. I think we like when it comes to anything professional or where money could reside, we do like to hold a certain type of level of professionalism, cleanness, things like that. So we are just a little bit more like, do I want to do it like that? Do I always want to, we like to just come off super clean, professional because we don't ever want you to try us on the streets like we
It's so
something else. So
weird.
it's
And I
it's
mean,
definitely a Virgo
like,
trait.
and we can be on the phone and Erin will like apologize. And I'm like, bitch, shut the fuck up. I
I'm like,
clearly
I'm
don't
trying to
care.
tame down.
Y'all know. I'm like, girl, who are you? Me? I
It's
okay,
just a
but it's
natural
so
thing.
good.
I don't even be thinking about like it being Whitney. It's just my natural, like, dang, okay. It's kind of like my self reflection. Like, you is cursing a lot, girl. Like, what's going on? So, yeah, that's the thing. Lizzo was right about that. Is Lizzo a Virgo?
Yeah. No, I think like
Oh.
her mom is a Virgo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, good to
yeah,
know. Yeah. Shout out to
yeah.
all the people that have Virgos in their life. Y'all are very much blessed. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. So my mom's a Virgo
Period.
too, so I get it. But that's so funny.
That is so funny. I love it. Speaking of like signs though, kind of have like a cool thing on. I'm trying to find this place. I don't want to mess it up. So I went to this
These
place
are the
called
signs
Stones.
of love making. Sorry.
Uh, all right, Tyrese. Stones of the Heart in Denison, Texas. I went there this weekend. I got some new crystals and all these great stuff. And the girl's name was Nicole. She was amazing. She helped me. I've literally spent like forever in the store, and I'm super grateful. Just came back with some really great energy. She played sound bowls for us. She tells me like what they do, like new moons and full moon meditations
Mm.
and different things. So I'm super super excited that I will be going back to see them, especially like I feel like either a new moon or a full moon. I don't know, but I'm excited because I've never really been
Hmm.
around people when I'm kind of doing my own ritual. So I'm super excited about that. But I was telling her, I was like, oh yeah, like I'm all earth sign, like my rising sun, like I'm earth and all earth. So Virgo and Taurus, like all earth.
Hmm.
And she was like, ooh, she was shook about it. She was like, ooh, you stubborn and you are a very tough cookie and you was just too strong. And I'm like, well, you read me and I am period, I was like, I couldn't say anything, like I was like, okay, she read me. Had to accept it for what it is, but it was just interesting, like that was like her first initial one, and I was like, I guess you're right. I guess I can't say nothing. So it's quite interesting when you meet other signs, if they have any knowledge of your other sign, like their first impression of you. It's always
Hmm.
very intriguing. I sent Winnie this
Hmm.
thing today about like when this guy was asking everybody what their sign was, and he was like, ah. It
That
was
shit
more
was
of a joke, but
funny.
it was
Yeah, I sent that to
hilarious.
somebody who just recently asked me what my sign was. I'm like, this you.
Ah, it was so funny. I literally thought of Whitney because like there are certain signs that I'm like, we both have those signs. So
But I feel like mine for sure for everybody is like stay the fuck away from Geminis. We won't fuck with y'all. And I get it because
hmm
we're weird. We're very all over the place. Our moods are crazy. And I know when it's happening and I don't care because it is what it is. And sometimes it's for a good reason. So
hmm
either hate it or you love it. And that's it. Like, I'm me.
Yeah, hate it or
I'm
love it, fam,
different.
because
I'm
on top,
different.
and I will
I
shine
was thinking of
on
that song
you.
too.
Hey, okay. Two Chains has a tiny desk, which kind of popped up earlier, but I had to pause that because I need to watch this later on tonight after the
Mm-hmm.
show because I got to turn up. I love Two Chains. If y'all don't know,
Mm-hmm.
um,
Two chains.
he just does something for my entire soul, and he's a Virgo. Spears of that, his Virgo energy just busting at the seams for me. Uh, Speaking of last week, how was your last week in hospitality? How'd that go?
Ooh, it was good. I feel like you kind of skated around your adventure, but we're gonna double back.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk about it my
Okay.
hospitality week because it was very hospitable. Okay.
My week in hospitality. So work was cool this week. It was kind of slow because it's raining cats and dogs here in Charleston. Like rain, it's been raining every day for about 3 weeks now, which is amazing. But Saturday, like where I work at, I've already said it's like a park. So Friday, I noticed they were setting up for something. I'm like, what are they setting up for? Because no one has said anything at work. Like, usually it's like, oh, this is happening. Da, da, da. No one said anything. So I said something, and they were like, no one still knew. So we're like looking it up, and I'm like, oh, it's the Caribbean Jerk Festival. And at that time, I didn't remember, but actually sent the flyer to my dad months ago because he loves Caribbean food and festivals. So I sent it to him, but he couldn't come because he had to work, and I just forgot about it. But the Caribbean Festival was on Saturday, so I'm like, okay, lit. So I didn't personally look it up. Someone just said it, so I just assumed that it was in the daytime. So I don't have to come to work until like later in the day because I've always worked dinner. So I saw it was like a little bit of people, so I thought it was already done. So I thought it was like in the day, done by 4 or 5 o'clock. So I thought it was just people had cleared out. No, it started at 5. So I'm like, oh, cool. I'm about to see the whole thing. So I'm getting tables, people who are coming early, and they're just coming to our restaurant to, eat, have a drink or whatever before it goes down. So cool. So like it's really cool because people are like traveling from out of town, North Carolina, all over to come to this festival. So that was just cool just to talk to my tables, learn about where they're from. And it was so funny because I had the first couple that I had who was going to the festival. The husband was like, "Where are you from?" And I'm like, "I'm from here." He was like, "Mm-mm." He was like, "You don't talk like them. I don't hear the Geechee, Jamaican, all this stuff." I'm like, "I know. My whole life I've been hearing this. You're not from Charleston." And I always have to debate people and really like fight for my place here because everyone says you are not from Charleston. So whatever. So that was funny. So they were a cute couple that I had. And then I had another black couple that came and sat next to them. They were going to the festival. And I love when my tables like mix up. So they start talking, da 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 da. So I love the unity. So the whole time I'm like, okay, this is a drag festival. I'm asking all my tables for a plate that I know that's going. So
Yeah.
y'all can bring me back a plate? Or like I'm trying to finesse the plate because I want some
Right.
jerk chicken. I can't go in
Right.
there. I'm working, right? So as they're sitting, the line starts, and I hope I saved the video. This line long, like it's crazy. Like the amount of people that were there, the line is crazy, crazy far. As people are coming into the restaurant, they're telling me how far the line is to even get in here. And like every table that I have, I'm thanking them for waiting in the line, for getting through all the stuff to still come and have dinner with us. Because they could have been like, "Hey, I'm not coming today, bump it, whatever." So
Mm-hmm.
super appreciative of people who was like, "Oh, we going, we still going, we fuck with them, we coming." So
Okay.
loved all of my customers, but it was just fun and it was just so much black people and I loved it. Like I just love being black. I love seeing my people and it was amazing. So I'm at the bar, right? Like waiting for a drink. And these two guys come in. There's this one girl. He's tall, probably about
Mm.
6'5".
Ooh. Okay.
Nice skin girl. And he got a bottom grill. Fine.
Okay,
Fine,
Grill. Where
fine,
you
fine. So
from?
I don't know, I didn't ask, but I definitely just started talking to him. And he was like asking me what he should eat and stuff like that. And he was just dreamy. I just really didn't hear. I was just looking at the grill in his face. Like
Let me
just
see your grill.
I should have got more
Mm,
information,
mm,
but I'm like, you
mm,
probably
mm,
here with a lady. There ain't no way you just out here single and free. There's no
mm.
way. No way. Um, but they were cool. He was just busting my chops about everything that I had to say to recommend for him. So we had fun. And I asked him for a plate. Ain't nobody brought me a plate. Nobody
That's
brought
a
me a plate back.
disrespect.
So, and all of my tables were so sweet. So I had this table of people, and I can't remember where they were from. And she was just like, I like did my spiel talking to them. She's like, wait, I have to say something. And I was like, oh shit. Like I was kind of nervous. She was like,
Hmm.
everybody I've seen, like everyone here, I've just been seeing so many beautiful black people. And I'm like, yeah. She's like, even the men. I'm like, girl, yes. And I was like, wait, because the dudes at the table were like, and I was like, okay, let me reel it in. I was like, girl, yes, they're out here, sis. I see them too.
Hmm.
She's like, everyone's just so beautiful, the skin. And she was like, you're just so beautiful. And I'm like, thank you so much. Like, I love y'all.
Hmm.
She ended up not liking her food. She was irritated, but I got her together and made sure she was good, got her something else.
That's good.
And then I had this other lady. She just came up to me and she was so beautiful, and it made me like kind of self reflect because she had this like she had a gap, and it just like, but she was so beautiful, and I'm like,
Hmm.
I didn't say this to her, but I used to have a gap, and like I had like a love hate relationship, but she was so beautiful. She was dressed so well, like she was so chic and cute, and
Hmm.
so cute. And she was just talking to me. It was late, and she was trying to come to get some food, but it was almost time for us to close. And she was like, they ran out of food at the festival, and I was like,
I
not
know
they
they
ran out of
did.
food. That's
I
why I
know
didn't
they
get no
did.
plate. That's why I
I
didn't
know
get
they
no plate.
did.
They ran out of food. She said we
I know
waited
they
all this
did.
time in line to get in there because the line was long until almost the end. It was just so much people, so much people. I waited this whole time to get in. We go in, and all the places were out of food.
I could see it.
I
I
was
could see
sad
it.
for her. But she was just so nice. She was like, before she left, she's like, "You're so beautiful." I'm like, "Thank you." Should somebody come get me? Why did the dude with the girl not come back and get me? I don't know. But I just imagine he's still thinking about me and he's gonna come back.
Mm.
He was fine. But anyway, shout out to the Charleston Caribbean Jerk Festival. Every time there's something, I'm like, next year I'm going. I want to go to the
Yeah.
Jerk Festival. I'm
Yeah.
going. I want to
Yeah.
go. I'll work the
Yeah.
morning shift and then I'll come to the Jerk Festival at night. I need to be there.
Yeah, for sure. For
Yeah.
sure. I like that. I like that. Shout out to the Jerk Festival. When you said it, I was like, dang, that sounds good. I don't even
Yeah.
know what it is. It
And
just the name sound good.
the music was litty. They had a DJ. So I'm like, I felt like I
Yes.
was there. All the vibes were at
I
the
love
Caribbean
that.
Jerk Festival. So yeah, if you
Shout
and I
out to
already
the
saw
festival.
on the Instagram, they already have it's like next year. Saturday, July 15th, 2023. So
Mm,
it's already in the books, okay?
okay.
It's an annual festival, okay?
It's the
So
festivals for me.
come to Charleston for the Caribbean Jerk Festival. It's lit.
Bet it's lit. Cheers. Yum. I love it.
Mhm.
I'm here for that. All right, Jerk Festival. I like it. I like it. Well, that sounds delish. My week in hospitality last week, I got to do what was it like it was like a corporate party and just lots of catering type of things last week.
Mhm.
The corporate party was very interesting. It was fun because it was like for a university, and most universities are like the most calm. You have your professors and all that kind of stuff. They were just very calm and tame type vibe. So
Mhm.
like it was free alcohol, but nobody was really drinking type vibe.
I
That's when you
hate
know.
that.
I'm like,
Yeah.
it's free, y'all. And then
Yeah.
you had it was so funny. It was like two guys that were like separated from everybody, and they were kind of like mad awkward. But I felt like they were kind of being cool, but they were just being too awkward for us to build a connection.
Mhm.
And so it was just really funny because I am one person. I'm really funny. Like I will crack a joke on you in a minute, but when you're too awkward, I'm just like I don't have time for this. Okay, this is
Yeah.
just beyond me. I got other things to do. I don't have time to be breaking your awkwardness. Like I'm like but whatever. So I did that with some shenanigans. Did pop off over the weekend, and it really helped me put some things in perspective. We talk about this a lot, but leadership is super important. I had an encounter with pretty much like an incident that happened outside of a restaurant. However, it was pretty much still technically on the property of the restaurant, and guests wanted it to be resolved with from people inside the restaurant. So um, it was a very interesting scenario because technically anything that happens outside of the restaurant, you're kind of on your own when it comes to your property damage or anything like that.
Ooh,
However,
that's
when
property damage.
it's
Ooh.
property damage of their own property, though, not our property, right? So it's different.
Okay.
So, really knowing the difference of that. But then sometimes when you're just kind of put under pressure or you feel bad, like as management or being a hospitable person, you want to do everything you can to help someone. And I felt like we ran into that situation today, or not today, over last week. And the person that was handling the situation didn't really know what to do to handle
Mhm.
because it is very sticky, right? Like something's happening to say, for instance, your car. Something happens to your car, gets broken into, flat tire, you get an accident. It's your property. It's outside of the restaurant, which you're right in front of the restaurant, but it's your property that you have an issue with,
Yeah.
not caused by us. And so
Right.
it's kind of like that fine line of who's responsible. And when a guest is mad, they just want resolution versus like kind of the realistic situation of how our system flows. So it's very, very, very interesting situation. And it just brought me back to leadership again, because how do people know how to even respond to something like that if you're not really told, and you can't assume that everyone's going to know what to do in situations that they've never encountered. So
Mhm.
I think like it just reminded me of like when you're teaching someone anything in a restaurant, like we talked about that emergency response. Sometimes you just don't know what to do, and how do we
Yeah.
help our people that don't know what to do? So instantly, like Mother Bear me comes in, like I'm trying to like fucking be a come to Jesus kind of moment because I'm like, and I told him like the energy is off in here. Like this is y'all need to. I told him like I'm like y'all need to sage up in here some because this ain't working for me. I know they think I'm like nuts. Like I know everyone that I work with thinks I'm fucking cray, but I don't give a fuck because I felt like it was giving real ratchet energy and I just wasn't here for it. So I had to do a come to Jesus. But in the end, I felt like there was still a hurt individual. And I'm very compassionate to individuals being hurt over things that they just may not have knowledge of. Now, if you
Mm-hmm.
know better, you on your own. But if you don't know better, I truly do have empathy for you. That's where it's like a fine line of empathy for me because I'm real tough and real hard ashes or I'm over there. It usually has to have a lack of knowledge for me to get empathy. If I know you
Mm-hmm.
know, I don't got no love for you. But we gotta do better with like just helping one another. If you see someone stressed out in your restaurant or at work, whatever you do, if you see a coworker stressed out within reason, okay,
Yeah.
I'm not saying drama queen, I'm not saying any of those things. I'm saying like some real stuff that just happened that maybe it's a learning moment, right? They say teachable moment, coachable moment, what all those terms they say
Mm-hmm.
lend a helping hand. That's hospitable, okay? And that was my takeaway. I'm like, we need. That's why I said we need to do some sage or something because
Yeah.
y'all are not giving. Like when you work with people and you spend a lot of time with them, that's like where you should be. Like, let's hold each other down type vibe.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes, hold each other down. Yes, period. We're all a team, bruh. Like, we are in this together.
that was my takeaway. Other my events and everything, I feel like everything I did last week, as far as events and work, was amazing. Nothing super spectacular to really speak on. However, like my takeaway was just like those around you that you work with. So that's a thing. But over the weekend, I got some me time, y'all. And this was a different level of me time. This was like next level me time. And I kind of was trying to make it that way. And it definitely exceeded my expectations. So I went to Lake Texoma over here in Texas. Never been there. Got
You
a
said it's
tiny
Lake
house,
Taxoma?
Lake Texoma.
Oh, like Tex-Mex?
Yep, like Tex and O, so Texoma.
Okay.
And it's actually like right on the border of Oklahoma. So as you guys know, we're like
Oh.
really at the cusp of Texas at the cusp of Oklahoma, which
Mhm.
Oklahoma is legal now for the MJs and the THCs. Okay, but
Nuh-uh. Man,
yes, ma'am.
we going
Yes,
to
ma'am.
Oklahoma.
Yes,
That's
ma'am. It's right there.
litty.
So it was really cool. I've never really like I'm not an Oklahoma person. It just doesn't really ever tickle my fancy.
Oklahoma. Is that a
I just
song?
don't
Oklahoma.
I don't know that song. I don't know that one. It
That's
just never
amazing.
took my fancy though. And then everybody wants to go to casino here because they have casinos in Oklahoma here. But I'm not a
Mm.
casino person. I don't like to gamble, so it don't really take my fancy either. But went over there, lake, cool, got a tiny house. I've always wanted to stay in a tiny house, y'all. I am obsessed with tiny homes and container homes. Obsessed. I'm probably gonna live in one. Hope I mean I would live in one today, honestly. But I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. So I got a tiny home and I think that was probably the most thing I'm like, I don't even have to go anywhere. I just want to be in this tiny home. I just
Yeah.
want to be in a tiny home, be tiny, do tiny shit, whatever. So whatever, get to the tiny home. It's like very much country secluded type vibe. Love that. And it was like in its own tiny home community. Love that. I'm like, yes, I'm yeah. All around nature. We walked up and there was like a family, black family outside. There was like lots of kids and stuff like that. And mom was working. I'm like, come on, you better come out here in the country with your kids and work. You better go ahead on. So I
Yeah.
love that. It was like my first like coming in, like unpacking my car. So it was like really nice to see, because I never, I'm like, okay, me and my son are about to come back and do this dirty thing.
Yeah.
Oh, I definitely will be back. Okay.
Yeah. Litty.
So get there. It's so cute. Airbnb pictures on spot on because we've had an experience where that was not the case. So everything was spot on. It was amazing, great location. So as soon as we get there, we start a fire, we sit outside, we have wine, we talk, and just sat outside and listened to Mother Nature all
Love
night
it.
long, like to like 3 in the morning
All
type,
night long. All
all night
night
long, all night long.
long. I love that.
It
That's like
was
me
amazing.
time perfection right there.
Perfection. And y'all know I'm a Virgo. So I like cooked food because I don't want to have to go hunt food down. Like
Oh
so I
no.
brought food, like freezer food, cooked food. Like I brought options. I'm like, I don't have time to be trying to find food. I got food at the
Mm-mm.
house. I'm bringing it.
And I keep seeing a lot of stuff. Y'all know, or I don't know if y'all know, but Erin and I are super into astrology, signs, readings, all the things. And someone that I follow, the Hood Healer, you may know her from Twitter, Instagram, whatever, you may not. But she always posts cook your own food. Cook your own food. And it's a struggle for me because sometimes it's easier just to, and I don't really eat a lot of fast food. My son does. He loves Taco Bell, y'all. I can't help it, but he loves it. But I try to make healthier decisions when I eat out, but I really am like, I gotta cook my own food because she's saying it for a reason. She knows something like is something, but I love that because a lot of times when you go on vacation, it's just like, okay, we on vacation, we outside, we gonna eat out, we gonna spend that bread, but it saves you money. One, that's the most important thing. It's healthier and like you control what you're eating. You eat what you want. And how we eat, there's not a lot of options out there. So yeah, you're gonna be searching, stressing out, and spending way more money than you need to because you're eating out. So I love
Way more
that. That's
money.
like a pro tip. If you're going to a place like that, bring your own food. You might not have to go make your own food every night, but
Yes.
you know what I'm saying? Like
Exactly.
choose your
Exactly.
maybe you go breakfast somewhere and you have dinner at the house or whatever. But I love that you brought your own food. Love it.
Yes. And I still ate out once, but it was just like I just wanted to not have to worry. And I think like if you're
Yeah.
trying to do something that's relaxing, the first thing is bring everything you could think of that you're going to want. Don't go
Mm-hmm.
to a place that you're trying to relax and have to go do all the things. It's just kind of counterproductive. Now, I
Mm-hmm.
know if you're going somewhere really far, I got to drive, but if you're going somewhere really
Right.
far where you can't like, travel with food, I'm sorry y'all, but they got um Whole Foods pickups. Like every grocery store has a pickup option. Like there's a lot of stuff. So if you have like somewhere where you can cook at whatever location, you need to go ahead and get that pickup order placed,
Plan
pick it
ahead.
up, and go. Like plan ahead for that because it is worth it and it made me feel a lot better. And honestly, I wasn't even that hungry. Fun fact. Um, I didn't even eat all my food that I brought because I
Mm.
think I think even just the start of me being more prepared than normal kind of
Mm-hmm.
just help. I don't know. It's like I relaxed even more. It wasn't worried about like I wasn't worried about it. I had so much relaxation that I wasn't even worried about food. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a big thing because your girl do be eating. Um Also the next day we did horseback riding and
Yeah.
y'all I connected with the horse and I've always heard that like animals and you can have different connections with animals, especially
Mm-hmm.
horses. That's why, a lot of people have horses and they grew up with them. And
Mm-hmm.
my horse, Dahlia was her name, and they were like, oh my gosh, she's a diva. They number one, it was like 10 horses they pick from, but they pick what they think is the best for you.
Oh, I
So they
love
pick,
that.
yeah, and so I think that they just picked based off of their prejudgment of me, and I loved it because I'm like, they're like, she's a diva, she don't play around, like she's gonna get, she does not walk anytime, like she's very gentle, like she was amazing. So me and Dahlia, we connected the whole entire time, y'all. Like she was so like, if we're going up and down a hill or something, like she was just move all slow, like she wasn't trying to get me shook up, like she was trying to look
Mm-hmm.
out for me. She did not walk on no poo. She was watching for curves. Like this horse was on. Okay. The one thing she was doing though, she had to stop and get a snack. Like so she was like we was like
So
walking
that's
up
you for real.
and her head was like down. I was like, what is going on? What's going on? You know what I mean? I'm like, what's going on, y'all? And then the trail guy was like, oh, she's the ultimate snacker. Just pull her head up and she'll come up. So I'm trying to pull her, but she's the diva in her was
Yeah, I'm
stubborn.
hungry. I'm
She
hungry.
didn't come up. I was
I'm
like, it's
walk.
all
I'm doing
right.
all the walking. I'm hungry.
I was like, it's all right. She do that. And then she kept going for it. So I knew when she was getting hungry. So she kept going for the snack. And she was very particular though. She was looking for the extra green particular leaves. Like I could tell her style
Love
already.
it. Love it.
And I was just like, you know what? I really love this because this is just like myself. And I want her to, she being gentle with me. So I'm gonna be gentle with her. So shout out to Cowboy Andy over at Rocking a Ranch in Porterburg, what is it, Porterburg or Portable, something like that, Pottsburg, something, Texas, something similar to that. But
Wait,
it's
what's
right
the name of the
outside
place
of
again?
Rocking a Ranch, y'all. But it was so it's
Rocking
like
Ranch.
it's right outside of Lake Texoma, in between Denison and Lake Texoma kind of vibe. So it's kind of like at a cusp. And I want to say it was next to a resort. and we didn't go to the resort. But it's right next to a resort. But Cowboy Andy was amazing. Beverly and Rudy were our trail guides. Amazing. I have lots of video of the horses and stuff like that, so I will post. Um, that and after that, not too far, they told us that we had to go check out this place. It was called the Island Bar and Grill right on the lake. And
Mm-hmm.
so we went there and service was bomb.com. Shout out to the bartender Courtney. Okay, it was your
Okay, cool.
typical like bar-y type vibe. But it was so dope because the food, like the fish was fresh, y'all. I had that salmon and I had crab cakes because it was fresh. She was like, they make them every night. Like, and you take one bite, you could tell it's like it just came out the lake. It was so good, y'all. It was so good. Got hella litty at the bar. Shots, drinks, met a lot of great people. And so funny, there was several people that lived right around the corner from me there.
Wow.
Literally. They're like, oh, I live there. I'm like, well, what street?
Hey,
And we
hey
talking about what street you
neighbor.
live on. What neighbor?
Hey
So it
neighbor.
was really cool to
Hey.
know that like people go. I've never heard of anyone saying they go out there like that. So I'm like, okay, this is like a little tuckaway no one talks about.
You know, some people don't like to share, and I don't like that when people don't like to share. But now you know.
I get why they don't want to share though. I ain't gonna lie, because I don't really want to share that much either. Because I don't want y'all invading the space because it's very
You just
peaceful.
told the whole wide internet, though,
I
the whole
mean, but it's
United
okay.
States of
But I get
America.
it though. But I get it though. It's very, very, very peaceful there. So had a really good time there, and then just went back to the house and chilled out. And the next day we found this place called the Rail Yard, which let us indulge. We got some smoothie bowls there, and the service was just so cute. It's kind of like a little food court area. Got
Hmm.
some the smoothie bowls were so freaking good. It's just pretty much a smoothie, but in a bowl form. So
Like
whole
a
food.
acai bowl, kind of like that.
Yeah, just like
I've
the
never had
acai
one of
bowl.
those. Have you had an acai bowl?
Yeah.
I've never had
And
one.
I actually have some stuff in the freezer to make some at home, which
Mm.
I'm gonna be going a little bit more on the raw foods and veggies and stuff here soon. So I kind of want to grab some stuff for that.
So, what is an
Um,
acai bowl? Like, what is it? Is it just like you make a smoothie and put it in a bowl and put stuff on top? Is that what it is?
no, so acai is the type of berry, I guess you could say, and it is
Mm.
kind of blended slash pureed, similar
Hmm.
to a smoothie, which you could probably do on your own. You just get the fresh berries and do that. However, what you do on top of it is really kind of you could build it as you want. Now, if you buy it from a
Right.
place, it's like particular stuff, but you could build
Yeah.
it for whatever you want. So you could put granola, you could put nuts, you could put fresh
Like
fruits on there,
bananas and stuff.
everything honey, or you could go for
Hmm.
something more fiber with some flax seeds. You
Mm,
could
I
do
love
chia
flax.
seeds, so you really could build your own. I will be doing one, my first one at the cribbo. I'm not really super into them, so even when I'm out, I don't really necessarily buy them. But I'm just going to be trying to go on a particular type of diet, so that's why I'm going to do it. So I will share a recipe with you guys, because I did find a really great granola that is local. I think they live in Portland.
Hmm.
um it's called Forage, and they use like functional mushrooms and different types of really natural ingredients in their granola, and it's fire. So I could
Mm.
post their stuff on the story tomorrow or whatever, but it's a really good. I have like three different flavors of that granola, and it's really, really good, and it has a lot of great health benefits, because it's important that when you guys are doing these bowls that you don't put foolery on the bowl. The bowl is supposed to be
Right.
the most healthiest
Healthy.
and the most purest. And unfortunately, we just live in a foolery type life. So don't do that. Like, don't be like, oh, I'm gonna be healthy. I'm gonna get a salad, but I'm gonna pour, blue cheese and ranch all over it. No, no, no. Let's find the balance here, right? Like, okay, let me just do a vinaigrette though. Let me at least be light on myself because I want the croutons.
Um,
Cause see, it's like
mhm.
croutons. You're about to tell you had the croutons, the ranch, and all the extra shit you had. Y'all ain't
It's
getting no
not
salad.
healthy. The fried
Y'all ain't getting a
chicken, the
salad.
fried shrimp, the fried. You cannot have the fried protein on the salad. That's just number one. Because I know you want the fried chicken or the fried shrimp. I know you want it, but just no.
And
Don't do it.
if I could say anything, can you air fry it if you make it at home? Because
Yeah,
honestly,
air
not
fry that
having the
thing.
grease. is a game changer.
Air fry.
Release the grease from your diet.
Yeah,
We need to
air
remove
fryer
that
is
now.
fire. I need to get another one,
Mm.
but air fryer is like, you're right, Erin. Air fryer versus.
Macy's got another one on sale. I think
They
they
do
just
right
had sale in a
now.
minute.
I need to
They
get
just had,
another.
it was like a week or two ago. So check it out, y'all. I got my air fryer for the second one at Macy's. Love, 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 love.
We get the
Um,
same ones. I got it from you.
yeah, yeah. So get it, y'all. But yeah, try to add some healthy things on there, and I will share a recipe once I do mine. But the service was just really great. I just had it was such a peaceful, peaceful, peaceful trip that my goal was to like meditate, like dive a little bit deeper into some things I wanted to work on with myself, have some time with myself, self reflect. And then when I went to Stones of Heart, I got all that energy and that reset that I really needed to like top off my trip. And your girl came back hella refreshed. So shout outs to Lake Texoma. Find a city near you that you can also do a little retreat as well, because there's, I'm sure, a lot of hidden gems in every state that
Hmm.
we just overlook because it's not cool. This is very country. I got big, like, I mean, it wasn't glamorous, but I wasn't looking for glam.
Right.
And you guys club and do all the restaurants and do all the brunches all the time. It's okay to take a step back, unplug.
Hmm.
I wasn't on my phone. I ain't looking at social media. I didn't respond to shit. It was just me, myself, and I. And the whole period. And some wine, though. Y'all know I had some wine.
I forgot. We went to a birthday party this weekend.
Hey, birthday.
And shout out to Rose. She's been on the show. Was she on
Hey,
Tampa, Florida,
Rose.
y'all? Was she on that one?
No, she was on one way before Tampa, Florida, y'all.
Oh, okay. Well, Rose has
I
been on
think
the show.
so.
She's a friend to the show. We used to work together on Folly Beach. So it was just so funny us reflecting. Like it was her daughter's birthday, so it took Jonah, and her daughter turned 4. So they're literally our kids are the same age, but we just. I remember, I think she called me. Jonah was already born. And I can see it in my mind because I was at the hospital taking like my granddad or my grandma for a procedure. I remember. And I think she called me and she was like, I just talked to Amber, and shout out to Amber. She just had a baby. Shout out to baby Ace. And she told me that you had a baby. And I was like, what? Whitney had a baby? And she was like, I'm pregnant. I'm like, what? Bitch, you pregnant? So it was just so funny because we were both shocked that each other were pregnant, having a child, because we were both like, not the kid type. Me and Rose used to get litty together, work together, and it's so funny that we were both pregnant. So in very similar situations. So very funny there too. But it's really all the girls I used to hang out with during that time I worked on Folly, and we used to get lit. We all are moms now. Yeah.
Boom.
So like if you are in your 20s and you're getting litty, just reflect, take a step back, and always use protection. Okay. And plan Bs do not always work. Okay. So we went to the birthday party, and it was just nostalgic because the birthday party was on Folly Beach. So I just felt warm in my heart going. I'm like, damn, I haven't been out here. I haven't gone to the beach in a while, probably since Jonah was like 2 or 1, because we had our traumatic experience, and I just haven't been back since. So it was just cool being in that area, and it was just nice because Jonah could be with kids his age. All the kids are 4. They're all mixed kids, which I thought was really funny. So it was just like a mixed kids tribe, and it was just cool. And everyone had their little party favors. We had the wine, we had this. I don't think I've ever honestly drank a Corona. I'm not a beer girl,
Love
but I
Corona.
had me a Corona with a lime.
Yum.
We took some shots, and I don't think I took a picture, but we had this vodka, and y'all know I do not fuck with vodka. I hate it. It's the devil's juice, okay?
Mm,
But when in Rome, you take shots of vodka. But this
I
vodka
really
was
don't
very, very good. It was really smooth. It was like this Russian vodka. It was a bottle I've never seen before. So because of that, because it was exclusive, I that's why I wanted to drink it as well. And I didn't take a picture of the bottle, but it was a really it looked like a tequila.
know.
but it was definitely vodka. It was really smooth. It was actually pretty tasty.
Okay, okay.
So we were taking some shots of vodka, getting bit the fuck up because the mosquitoes here in Charleston right now look at work. They call them pterodactyls. They're big,
Ooh,
they're
ooh,
huge.
ooh,
They don't play. Like
ooh,
I have them the bites on my face. Like it's crazy. All day I'm like scratching my ankles. It's horrible. It's you're
ooh,
hot.
ooh.
The heat's bad. The mosquitoes are horrible.
That sounds dreadful.
It is, honestly. And the tables be complaining. I'm like, we got citronella candles, we got the things, but they're just intense. They don't give a fuck about the smoke and the heat and the candle. They're just out here to bite us. They don't care.
Mm,
Um, but yeah, so the pool party was lit. It was a pool party. The view was amazing. And it was
love.
just like, damn, I love this place. Aaron was like, Whitney got the beach, but it's so beautiful. And I'm like, dang, that's what I love so much about working on Folly Beach because it was like the place I'm working at could be shenanigans, but like you can look out the window and see the
Mm-hmm,
beach. Like, it's
mm-hmm,
just
mm-hmm.
beautiful. And the vibe, I love the people of Folly Beach. They just don't care. They're on their own time. They're in their own little bubble. And I just love it. Love Folly Beach. Everyone I calls it the ghetto beach, but I don't that's like growing up what people used to call it. But to me it's just like the vibes. It's just
Mm-hmm.
my kind of like hippie, carefree. People walk around barefoot. Like it's just free, and I
Mm-hmm.
love it. So Jonah had a great time with the kids. When we left, he was knocked out. It was amazing. So we had a really good time,
Shout outs to
and it
that.
was
I love
cool
that.
to be off on a Friday night. So I'm always
Mm-hmm.
working every Friday night, and it was just nice to just relax and just be around moms and just other people. I met someone who also has a podcast and he was telling about this idea for a podcast episode he had coming up. He was like, you should be on. I'm like, okay, I'm cool. Let's do
Yeah.
it. So your girl might be on another podcast as a guest. So that was fun. It was cool. Cool vibes for sure.
I love that. Shout outs to Mother Nature, y'all. I just want to put some respect on Mother Nature. Like if you live by water, if you live by trees, like whatever it is, enjoy nature, y'all. We are supposed to be at one with nature, okay? It's a recharge. It's a way to show gratitude. And if you can't look out the window and enjoy something beautiful, I'm not saying you gotta be outside your window house, but like
Yeah.
somewhere, even out the window of your car, somewhere find some beauty, y'all. And if you live in a city where there's nothing beautiful, you need to change your life.
Change your scenery.
Change your
Yeah.
scenery.
Yeah, and I feel like that
Hmm.
sounds so like change your scenery because it's not that easy, but
It is.
maybe you can make a plan like in the next six
Mm-hmm.
months, the next year, my lease is up, and like make a plan and like work towards doing it. So yeah.
Yeah, it is that easy because if, say, for instance, you just can't get out of your city for a lot of different reasons, I'm gonna need y'all to get
Mhm.
some pictures. Okay, go to the store, get some pictures around, and your scenery in your change at least the scenery in your house. Like
Yeah.
I'm feeding for some plants and stuff like that, and that's like probably the next thing I'm gonna probably incorporate a lot of plants when it's not so damn hot outside. But I
Hmm.
want more plants in my house. I want like to go crazy in plants. So it's just
Yeah.
even change the scenery in your home. Like we get it, life's great right now in these streets. So if you can't do it on the outside, number one, if you Google enough, or those are all trails app, which is all over the world. It is a app just all for trails. You can do
Hmm.
that and that just enjoy the trees, y'all. Or get some damn pictures. Stop playing with yourself.
Yeah.
Better put some
Live
pictures up in y'all
plants
house.
our vibe. So with the plants that you have, I don't know if you already have any now, but you should name all of your plants,
Mm-hmm.
but
Mm-hmm.
one of your plants you should name your name. So
Mm-hmm.
I have
Mm-hmm.
a money tree, a money plant, and her name is Whitney. And I talk to her all the time. I tell her that she's beautiful, that you're growing, all the things. Make sure I replenish her with water once a week and all the things. So it's like you're really talking to yourself. So
Mm-hmm.
I love
Mm-hmm.
plants. My grandma has a green thumb. My mom has a green thumb. Definitely always grew up with women in the yard with plants and all that. So it
Mm-hmm.
makes a difference. But fake plants, just so you know, are bad feng shui in your house. So if you have like those faux plants, I know they're cute, but there's no growth. So that's what it
Mm-hmm.
represents. It's just something that's there. It's never going to change. It's
Stagnant.
going to
Mm-hmm.
stay how it is. So just be
Mm-hmm.
mindful of the fake plants that you got in your house. Just replace it with another small live plant.
Mm-hmm.
Water it once a week or however it should be watered. Follow the instructions. And a lot of plants, all you have to do is put ice cubes in them. Sometimes they don't need just you to pour water, but
Mm-hmm.
ice cubes, they'll melt and whatever. So yeah, and that's a good sign. I saw something else with dating. It said that like when you have plants or even children, men or women can see that as a good sign because you're able to keep something alive and like be
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
caring to something. It shows like that you're caring and all that if you have a plant or a child. So it is stepdaddy season to all the single parents, stepmom season, all that. Show them that you take care of your kids. It's a good thing.
Mm-hmm. Facts.
Cheers to that.
Absolutely.
Cheers to
Cheers
the
to
single
that.
parents.
Cheers to making something grow. It's actually one of the chakras that I put on Get Toned Wellness page. Today is the root chakra. We're starting at the feet. We're starting at the foundation of who we are and what we are. So it starts from the bottom up, right? That starts with your feet. That's you putting your feet in water or in grass and dirt, things of that nature. Get grounded, have a solid
Mhm.
foundation. Okay. So you can watch yourself grow, your seeds grow, your plants grow, your babies grow, your money grow, everything growing. Okay,
Okay, and
period.
look at the shirt. It's all tying
It's
in together.
it's growing. Okay, it's the growth. It's the growth. Y'all see it? Okay.
Erin, Erin, it's giving growth.
It's giving growth,
That's
y'all.
the name of. Is that the name of the show?
It's giving
Maybe it's
growth.
giving something because what we had talked about earlier today. It's
Yeah, yeah.
giving. Yeah.
It's growing, y'all. It's growing, y'all. I just want y'all to know, but
Oh,
definitely take that into consideration. Go ahead.
yeah, and thanks for growing with us as well.
Yes.
Yeah, episode 79. I'm like, damn. So episode 100 is coming up soon. I think that's like gonna be a year. I feel in January. Um,
Mm-hmm.
if we do it consistently every week, I think in January 2023 is gonna be our 100 show. But
Mm-hmm.
thank you for growing with us, rocking with us. Subscribe right now, pause notifications, all of that. Fuck
All
with
of
us.
that. All of that. Stay connected. Stay in tuned. Um, yeah. I'm here for it. Do you have an affirmation on that? Can we affirm them?
Okay, so mine is kind of weird. I don't. Oh, okay. There's something else I want to talk about too because I thought this was so cool. But I don't know if this is an affirmation, but this is just what it is. Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
when you're bringing doubt or stress into a situation, you are creating energetic blockages between yourself and what it is you desire.
Mm.
Release expectations and attachments. You are creating an energetic flow to all that's meant for you.
Mm. I like that. I like that. I like that. I
So
like
yeah,
that.
that's like one of my screenshots of the week. So I'm steady
Okay.
screenshotting something, and this really like touched my soul. So I love that. Yeah.
I think that the good affirmation for that is release your doubts.
Yeah.
I am releasing the doubts in my mind. Okay,
Yeah.
period.
Period.
And I am is the like everyone when they do affirmations they start with something. I am, I can, I all the
Mm-hmm.
things. So I am is
Mm-hmm.
actually part of the root chakra. So start at the bottom, y'all. Like release them thoughts so you can accept and be in abundance to what you're trying to do. Okay, y'all better come through. Y'all better
So
connect.
the song that keeps coming in my mind is "Started from the Bottom." That could
Now
be
we
another
here.
name. That could be another name for the show. "Started from the Bottom" because you said it a few times about the chakras.
Mm-hmm. I'm here
Yeah.
for it. I'm here for
Hmm.
starting from the bottom because
I like that better.
I think in everyone has their own started from the bottom. Let's
Mm-hmm.
be clear.
Mm-hmm.
Let's be clear. But I think, you know, this lady told me today, shout outs to Nicole, once again, it's Stones of Heart. She said, do you know why your front mirror is bigger than your back? And I'm like, no, do you
Like
know?
in your car,
Yeah.
like the long one, and then
Like,
the
yeah,
small.
like why your
Okay.
front mirror, like your main mirror is bigger than pretty much all your other mirrors in the car. Like or windows, should
Mhm.
I say mirror windows. All your
Oh, the
windows. My bad.
window.
Windows,
Okay.
windows. My bad.
Okay.
My mirror is windows. Why is your front mirror
I mean,
bigger.
you got this. That's the main one. You got to see. You got to drive. You have to see.
Right. So it's pretty much that's your biggest focus. Everything else in
It's
the back
forward.
means nothing. It means nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So just always moving forward. And I just thought it was cute because she kind of caught me off guard a little bit with that
Mm-hmm.
question. So it's just reminding like always look forward, right? The little mirrors to the side and to the back or windows, whatever those are, they're okay, but you're looking
They're important
forward.
because you need to see what's coming up behind you, though. Like, to be prepared because you need to see what's happening around you. But yes, yeah, yeah,
You
yeah, yeah.
do in a driving force, but when you're
Mm-hmm.
grounded, you're always ready for whatever. And why is that? Is because you feel confident to knowing whatever you encounter, you know how to handle that shit because
Mm-hmm.
you're grounded. And sometimes we be like, oh, I want to be prepared if that happens. You are never going to be prepared of what life brings
Ever,
you. Never. So just
ever.
like, yes, we know it's on the side because we've all went through something that's made us a little bit more cautious or perhaps, apprehensive on the side.
Mm-hmm.
However, stay focused, and those little mirrors on the side, they little for a reason. Okay? They're little be little. You looking for the big fish, right? If you either want the little fish or the big fish. If you're a little fish catcher, then that's on you.
Big bank take little bank.
Hey.